Hi community, welcome to this pick a card reading. My name is Elena and this is AngelsCupTarot. Today we're going to be looking at their feelings versus your feelings, and we're going to be looking at mutual shared feelings and some advice on the situation. We have 4 piles to choose from: pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. You can pause the video if you need some time to choose a pile, and I'll see you in the reading. Hi there, pile 1, if you chose this deck or this crystal here, then this is your reading. And I quickly wanted to mention how much I appreciate you subscribing to my channel and liking my content, because it really does help the algorithm to show my content to like-minded people and grow our little community. Thank you so much. So pile number 1, I already pre-shuffled your cards, so you don't have to stick around for the whole shuffling process. And I'll quickly explain to you what we're going to do today before we get into the reading. On this left side is their energy and their feelings towards this connection. On the right side, we have your feelings towards this connection and your energy, and you'll see if that resonates, so if that pile really was for you. If not, you can always choose another pile or choose another reading. And in this middle part, we do have the connecting energy and the mutual feelings for each other. And yeah, it might be that the energies are flip-flopped, so this could be your energy and their energy, vice versa, but I'll use this side as their energy and refer to it as such, and this side is your energy and refer to it as such. So let's start with their feelings for you and their energy right now when it comes to this connection. So yeah, we have the Moon upright, the Queen of Swords upright, and we also have Death upright, and we have the Fool upright. Then we have the Healer of Thought, which is the Knight of Swords. We have Let Your Friends Help You, Ask for and Accept Support from Others. And we have Resurrect, Get to the Heart of, Do or Die, You Must, in Pluto, which is sort of like the shadow side of Pluto with these oracle cards here. Yeah, so pile number 1, how do they feel about you? What is their energy when it comes to this connection? With the Moon card, they're definitely keeping secrets, and I believe those to be secrets about the depth of their feelings for you. With this Queen of Swords here, I believe them to wanting to come off as if they're unfazed by this whole situation, act a little unbothered by everything that has been going on, whilst they're mourning the perceived loss or end of this connection. And with the Fool, they're really trying to come up with new solutions to bring this back to life. And it's giving this Jason Mraz song, I'm Yours. I'm bending over backwards just trying to see you clearer. That one. Yeah, and with this Healer of Thought, which is the Knight of Swords, I really believe that in their head about how to bring this back to life, this connection, which is really indicated by Death being here and the Resurrect. For them, it's very important that you guys find a mutual ground again, and they're trying to come up with new ways in which to bring this back to life, get your attention. Yeah, and with the Let Your Friends Help You, ask for and accept support from others. Whatever support system they got going on, they're relying on this to find ways to come up with new solutions to bring this connection back. And it seems to be quite important for them. We have so much major energy here. You have 3 major arcana on this one for their energy, the Moon, the Death, and the Fool. And yeah, the Queen of Swords. But with this Fool card, it also feels a little, yeah, the Fool's always starter energy, and that's how I always interpret it. But as I was mentioning, it's really giving this song. I do believe they are in their head about you, which we see indicated here by the 2 suits of swords with the Knight of Swords and the Queen of Swords. I believe they are constantly thinking about this connection and thinking about ways to bring this together or bring this back. If you're currently not talking, I think they are in their head about what they would say if they had the chance to, but yeah. Let's get more into the Pluto energy they have going on here. So get to the heart of, and I feel as though, yeah, they want to get to the heart of this connection and want to connect on you on that level, on a, like, from the heart space. And with Pluto being here, they could be, yeah, we see this with do or die, you must. They could come off as quite intense in general, and especially when it comes to this situation, like it's all or nothing with them, or they're quite harsh when it comes to the whole situation. Yeah, it's really giving this Jason Mraz song, also with the Fool, because he's like such light-hearted energy in that song, and it's like, I won't hesitate no more, like in the lyrics, that's like a part of it. And yeah, also with the Fool, like there's no need to complicate our time. So that song might be significant to you, or it just, the energy just reminds me of that. Let's get to this side, your side, respectively. What energy do we have? We have the Ace of Wands, as well as the Ace of Cups, as well as the Moon, and the Six of Pentacles in reverse. We also have the honeymoon card, enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. And then we have the Five of Emotion, which is the Five of Cups. And it says, forgiveness is an important part of healing. Forgive yourself and those around you for any mistakes of the past so that everyone can move forward. Grieving is a normal part of life. Ask your angels or those you love to help you move through the process quickly so that you can get back on the path to joy. Then we have Libra with these oracle cards. And that's it. So pile number one, what is your energy? I believe that you are in this process of waiting for a romantic gesture from this person, or waiting for the universe to interfere. I see you viewing this relationship as divinely guided. And I also get a sense of you being kind of fed up with the whole relationship altogether, the way it is, or the way it used to be up to this point. Because with the Six of Pentacles in reverse here, when it comes up right, it's talking about one-sided charity. And, oh, you can't see, sorry. Yeah, it comes up as one-sided charity, and see how she's feeding the rats. And we have this scale here. So this is giving Libra energy as well. See, there's a lot of balance represented in these cards here. Yeah, actually, there's a lot of balance represented in these cards, and I feel as though that's pointing to this relationship being misaligned and not being balanced. I believe that previously you really gave to this person, and what will also, we'll see that part, but what also makes me feel like it's somewhat one-sided charity in the past is that we also have that in the connecting energies, where I believe that you played such a crucial role in keeping it all together when it comes to this relationship. And the first thing on your card is relationship. So relationships, the beauty of, and do it with your partner. I really get a sense of you being very collaborative in general and wanting to bring this together more, but you know that's their time to do something about the connection or to bring something about, and it's not your time for movement right here. See how in this moon card we only see her back, and the depiction is giving me this deity Hecate, the moon goddess. So it's a really nice depiction of the moon. And what's also interesting about the whole reading is that we have the moon twice. We have the moon for their energy, so you're syncing, like the energy is syncing here. You're in sync with this person somehow. But so what is syncing is that you are both keeping secrets about how deep your feelings go. And right now I believe those, and see how also this Ace of Cups also has the moon in it. So everything seems quite secret, and like the other party doesn't know to what extent your feelings go for each other. And yeah, I see you being in that mode because there's just that reciprocity that is missing, or you feel like this is in misalignment, so you sort of match the same energy as to keeping secrets, that you might still have these deep feelings and have this desire. I still though get like a very positive and loyal vibe from you. And with this honeymoon card here, it seems like, see this in conjunction with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, makes me feel that you want your ships to come in and you want to enjoy blissful times with them. You want to maybe go on a trip with them, maybe experience like things that a couple would do, just regular couple would do. I don't believe that you guys are together right now. And if you are definitely keeping things from them as well as they are. So you have that in common, but as we were mentioning, they want this to come back to life. So I believe you guys aren't together. And for the connecting energy, we also have this, the sense of this not being balanced. And I really do believe you're what keeps this all, like this relationship, glued together in a sense. We have giving and receiving, and I believe you've been in the giving mode. This person on the right, it's like the scale isn't even, and so you recently got into this receiving mode where you're trying to receive what has been missing in this connection, them giving more to you. Let's read the giving and receiving card. The entire universe operates in cycles similar to your inhalation and exhalation. When you only exhale, give, or only inhale, receive, you become out of rhythm with the universe. For optimal health, energy, and replenishment, balance each inhalation in your life with an exhalation. And that is what's needed here and what the connecting energies are. I believe that both parties are aware that there needs to be more equal give and take. Yeah, but I just really don't know about this person, because what we see here is only what I told you previously. It's not, we don't see them giving to you in a very tangible way. Not saying that that isn't something they want to do, but we just don't see that being the case here. So the Desert Prince, survival, false promises for the connecting energy. I think this is talking about the past, that they just, maybe they haven't promised things up front, but I do believe you waiting for something, or you just obviously expecting them to give something in return for all the energy you've been giving them or the attention you've given them. So that's natural, right? And yeah, the Desert Prince, it feels like they sort of left you like in a desert, and you were craving water, like you were craving every little drop of their attention as you would crave water in the desert. And yeah, it just seems like a very toxic. See, I was just seeing this, and maybe not related, but see how this Scorpio is emerging from this pool, and that's also a desert animal. And yeah, it just gives me a very shadowy side of Scorpio. Yeah, though we don't have that here. We have Pluto, and that makes sense too for their energy, but I don't want to come to terms with this too quickly and judge this without seeing your advice on the situation. I think, yeah, best to stay open to see the advice on the situation, so there's more clarity on what's going on here. Yeah, but with the Queen of Light, really just like this contrast between the Desert Prince and the Queen of Light, illumination, enlightenment, celebration, also makes me feel as though you really brought light to the connection. You brought your light-hearted energy to it. You were loyal to this person, maybe even to a point. It's like it feels almost unasked for. Not unasked for by this person, but by the situation, judged by the standard of what they were giving to the connection. Yeah, it's just giving me the sense of in the past you gave too much, and you come out of that energy. You really got a better view on what you want, and so you are in this receiving mode now, and you want to receive from this connection, and you want your ships to come in. You want there to be movement. You want there to be reciprocity. You want there to be equal give and take. And yeah, really the sixth house in the shadow aspect, which it came out as for the connecting energy, is also giving the same vibe of like as a full-time job. It says like in serving, and it seems one-sided, to be honest. Do it a little at a time. Yeah, it's like I do believe that now you recognize that, and you come way past the moment of realizing that, because we don't actually see a lot of that energy in your energy anymore, but it's clear that that has been the past, and that's what you are mourning over here in your energy with the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is usually depicted by someone who's mourning over spilled milk, spilled cups. Three cups have fallen down whilst two remain full and standing up, and you only seeing what's lost here. But in your situation, we read this. I don't quite see this fitting into the whole narrative as it says on the card. I just believe really that is you not being so receptive to like breadcrumbs no more, and knowing your own worth. We don't have the Empress here or any of that energy, but that it's just getting coming full cycle with something, and there being a realization on your position in the whole narrative, if you want to go there. So we also have, which I wasn't seeing in the connecting energy, the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. How does this fit? Actually, I believe this to be in conjunction of you being aware that a gesture has to be given by this person, and that being a love gesture, or you feeling like the universe really interferes with this connection. And yeah, let's get a clarifier on that energy, because that's interesting. Let's clarify that right away. No, that's too many. Please, just one or two, Spirit. Yeah, that's too many again. Sorry for the awful shuffling today. We got one card, which I don't even know what it is. Why don't they write anything on these cards anymore? So that's a major arcana, and that, let me check. Temperance. Yeah, that actually does make sense. But it makes more sense for the sixth house, to be honest. See, with it, do it a little at a time, and then having temperance, and you're definitely holding back now. It's not like you're oversharing, overgiving to this person. It's not the case anymore. Definitely not the case. Yeah, let's actually get one more clarifier on that one. The moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Please clarify that for the connecting energy. So that may be realigning with equal give and take, realignment, because that's the same this one is talking about. That's almost the same energy. That must be justice. So see, there's Libra energy again. You might be a Libra. Air energy. What is this giving us? Yeah, a clear sense of equal give and take. But like the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. Okay. So I wasn't seeing that. How does this fit though? I feel like you overgave to this person in the past because you were so afraid of not having this connection around. So that's the mechanism with which you approach this situation is to just overgive, and that really brought things out of balance in the past. And there has just, now we see way more balance in the situation because you turned your back on that, in a sense. And you're keeping more things to yourself, and you're more in the receiving mode when it comes to this situation. I don't believe this is talking about you acting in any form. Usually the Ace of Wands is one person, or no, actually mostly it's like fast movement, but like divinely orchestrated. Yeah, so in the past, that was like, I'm sorry that I need like a second, but I'm trying to get a grip of the situation. So yeah, in the past, you overgave in a, like, see, this is a service card. She's a servant, and she's looking the other way now, and she's looking to the right, which is your side, and she's having the scale. And see, like, how this side is, like, something heavier is laying on there. And it's the right side. It's actually like you're on the right side when it comes to the situation, in actuality. So yeah, very interesting message. So you come out of this energy of, I always, with these cards, I always read the energy that is coming like down below as you coming out of that and being in that mode. So you're coming out of service to others, and you're still serving, still a little unbalanced, if you will, or that's, you did not let go of that energy yet. But you do it a little at a time. And this situation, this connection is still glued together by you serving in whatever sense you're doing so. And so this oracle card is actually, which like Spirit's like giving us so many cards that are, the energy is so clear, and I don't see it, but I do now. This is actually looking like a womb. But the moment I realign with love, clear direction is presented to me. So tough energy, like tough love here. So that's Spirit telling you, and that's the connecting energy. I think that's the lesson here, is that you need to realize that you don't need to serve people in order to connect with love. And it's giving like all love is all around you. And once you step back into alignment with knowing this, you will receive a clearer direction on where to go or where to go next, because you're not clinged on an idea or on a person to serve you back. I think you really actually gave this person so much because you wanted to receive that back, which is natural, justified justice. But you know, no one owes you anything. Does this person want to bring it back? Yes, they want to. But do we see them wanting that for the right reasons? I would say we do not see that at all. With the Fool being here, I don't quite like their energy, to be honest with you, about the situation, because I don't believe that to be the freshest connection you're asking for. And this just hasn't been balanced. So that's really something, this imbalance is what is keeping the connection stable. You know, and once you align with what is truly meant for you, I'm getting too much in the advice section. Let's see what the advice section has to say about this situation, like what Spirit has to say here. But that's just giving me that. Yeah, and I feel like I'm not doing it justice, literally justice, because there's like such major energy here. It's like really obvious energy. Like there's not an equal balanced give and take here. And that's these false promises. Oh, we don't. Survival, false promises. And see, this has been a survival mechanism you had going on. I don't know why that was the case. We don't see that, obviously, but that definitely has been a survival mechanism. You being in survival mode to be in a situation where you would accept anything like it and not accept things, not yeah, you did expect things in return, but you weren't given those. Not to the extent of what you gave to this person. So I want to do it justice. I really want to do it justice because, first off, pile number one, you're such a gem. Absolutely smitten by your energy. She's giving goddess energy, not gonna lie to you. And then we have the Queen of Light. Like, you really are, like, you give out star quality. You give out like great vibes, great energy to be around. And yeah, I just don't like seeing this. I really don't like seeing this because, I mean, yeah, we'll get to the advice section, but I'm just confused. I'm just a little confused right now. I really am. And I'm not doing this justice. Definitely am not doing this justice. Maybe you get a sense more of what I'm talking about, but this is such major energy and it's so clear. I mean, it couldn't be any clearer. And I'm not getting to the root of it right now. You're definitely super loyal, as I was mentioning. And that's like your main quality. And that's why you keep this up. And you're afraid of losing this person or this connection. Might be people in general. Yeah, let's get to the advice section. I'm excited to see what that is about. If you're still here, thanks for sticking around and getting through this with me. And yeah, let's get to the advice section. So let's get into the advice section of this video. I already pre-shuffled your cards, pile number one. And what are we seeing here? We have the Fool upright, which is the 0, a new beginning in this deck. And then we have the Star in reverse, actually twice from 2 different decks. And then we have the 9 of Swords upright from 2 different decks. The 9 of Thought is also the 9 of Swords. Then we have the 10 of Wands in reverse, as well as the High Priestess in reverse. We have the King of Wands upright and the 10 of Cups in reverse and Strength in reverse. And we have it's safe for you to love, open your heart to give and receive the highest energy of all. So giving and receiving is a very, very important part of the whole reading. I do believe that Spirit wants you to get in alignment with, getting in alignment with giving and receiving and what actually is just, what is balanced, what is a representation of balance and temperance in connections, because you're super worthy, pile number one, and you shall not forget that. And clinging onto a situation because you're afraid that someone might leave and leave your life just because you're not of service to them no more isn't the best reason to give, right? Because it doesn't serve you. It doesn't serve you as a person, and that's not a representation of your immense worth. And there needs to be a balance in that. And that's what Spirit's talking about. And again, like this give and receive, you bring this safe space to love, and you shall actually look for a place that also provides that. I do believe that you share this beautiful friendship as well with this person, and that's a connecting energy I did not talk about, but I did get that sense. But you know, if you have to stay super strong in order to make things work, or this feels just so mentally charged. It's with the Strength in reverse and the Star in reverse, like your light isn't shining because it's not the time for you to be strong, to shine your light on. We saw with the in the middle, what was that? What was the card? The Queen of Light or something like that. It's not your time to shine so much of your light on this connection and to focus on that connection. So it makes you burned out. It makes you mentally entangled in a state where you don't want to be in mentally and emotionally. With mentally and emotionally, with the 10 of Cups in reverse, this isn't the fulfillment you're seeking. So you're guided to come back to terms with what is actually reciprocity, what actually fills you up, lights you up. And See, with the 10 and 10 here, and both in reverse, this is really heavy energy. And as I was mentioning, you coming full cycle with the situation. And Spirit's encouraging you to see it from that perspective, that being full cycle. And you have to emerge and embark on this new journey, this new beginning. If that is with that person, I would say, judged by the energy right now, no. And this is also looking like this king, like something is burning here. This King of Wands, sometimes we need to burn some bridges in order to move on. It's definitely, energies are never settled. They're always in flux. So things do not need to be like that in the future. I know you're quite fixated on that person. I was getting that. And there's just so much discontentment here and so much worry, so much. Yeah, I'm surprised we don't see, but because this is just, actually it's advice and I'm reading it as energy, but it's just to realize, that is the actual advice, is to realize, see, and stand more in your power, because we have the High Priestess in reverse, which is giving me this vibe of Spirit telling you not to try to find the higher meaning in the situation all the time with this person and take it face value, how they act towards you, and don't take it personal, obvious, but don't be the bigger person all the time. And I do not mean be cruel or anything alike. I'm just like, that's just giving these serving vibes, right? And you being the bigger person, you always doing what's right. And Spirit's like, no, stop that, because you do you. Realize like what's giving you all of like the focus you're having right now on this person is like not a good look and not a good energy, because there's so much beauty in your life, and that's why the realign and the love was there. If when you focus on love or realign with love, I don't know what the saying was, but that is like, there's so much in your life that is of value, and you can create so much value, further value, and you're making your worth dependent, or your happiness. I think it's actual like emotional fulfillment by this person reciprocating something. And with this Nine of Thoughts, I do believe like this is saying like reevaluate, definitely, but that could also be like you being very much in your head about when Spirit, because we have the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups, when Spirit's going to interfere in this connection so it comes together, or when this person's going to offer you something in return for all that you've already given. May that be mentally, may that be actually physically, we don't know, but we know that you've given a lot of yourself, maybe energetically, and you being quite in your head about when that is going to come about, when you're going to receive all of that. And that's actually spilled milk for you, because you have so much to offer and so much energy, like we saw with the Six of Pentacles and the Goddess of Light. And yeah, you being this very loyal friend. And yeah, I don't even think that it's just limited to like a parship in the traditional sense, but you're actually being like a downright friend, like really down to earth, really grounded, very much in tune with yourself. Get more in tune, back in tune with yourself. That's like sound healing, but get back in tune with yourself and get back get back of enjoying your own energy, like being in one's energy and frequency and enjoying that. And it could quite literally be helpful for you to listen to music that gets you in a state of happiness and joy and makes you light up, and whatever like makes you light up is the right songs to listen to right now. I would say avoid anything that is more cynical or more like sad in general. Try to avoid that. What else do we see here? You could literally do music, like maybe you're an artist of some kind, and the art of creating new music can get you in a good state as well. But yeah, I think it's listening to music and more so getting in tune with your own energy, tapping into your own energy and tapping into what you love about your own energy, how you are of service to self and how you nurture yourself and how you like really enjoy tapping into one's energy. It's like such a woo-woo thing to say, tap into your own energy, but like it's a real thing. And yeah, I hope you know what I'm talking about because I sound woo-woo at this time, but yeah. Yeah, I think you really did, like with the Ten of Wands in reverse, like put down the burden of carrying this connection. Don't be strong about trying to put it all together. As I was mentioning, don't try to put it all together. Just let the burden like down and focus on you, focusing on your mental stability. What gives you stability? What gives you emotional fulfillment? What gives you happiness? It seems like the situation doesn't at the moment. If you know, it can always change, but with this new beginning, you're called to have like a new perspective on things, a new outlook on life, and that to be one that is judged by your own merits and your own energy. Yeah, really much your energy. Like once you tap into you, it's so hard to explain what I'm trying to say here. It's once you get back to self and enjoy yourself more again, then you'll know and you'll be aware. Because for me right now, it's very hard to tap into that. But Spirit gave us a heads up earlier with that oracle card of you knowing the direction once you realign. And see, he's directed by this butterfly. And the butterfly is always this transformation process of being in a cocoon phase and then, you know, emerging as a butterfly. And yeah, it's like a powerful transformation has to happen for you at this point. And it would help if you were more kind to self and nurture yourself more and not give so much to others and not to self, because I really see here like there being such a imbalance in your approach towards self and when it comes to others, like how much you're trying to serve others and how little you put that same energy and same nurturing onto yourself. And I feel as though it's quite easy for you, and that's why I was saying that it's quite easy for you to see the beauty in other people, but is it as easy for you to see the beauty in yourself? And I just believe, yeah, that sounds corny, but what I'm trying to say here, pile number one, is once you really do tune into your energy, and that to me is the beauty of self, is not how you physically look, is how it feels when you feel inside. And it's not like, and also understanding and being there for you through each phase of your life. May that be sadness, may that be grief, this whole situation. Be there for yourself and be kind to yourself, and there being an understanding for where you're at and seeing the beauty in that. Seeing the beauty in where you're at right now. And once you tap into that energy, you know, even grief and all of that, once you go to like a silent mode and tap into that, tap into yourself, I don't know how many times I said this, then you really align with how beautiful you actually are, like inside out. And that might not make any sense right now, what I'm saying. I don't even know why I'm saying it, but it makes sense somehow. Make it make sense, Spirit. But yeah, I just see you trying to be strong here, trying to shine lights. Like this is the overarching energy. We have the star twice, and that's wasn't I saying you give off this star quality, this star energy, without even really seeing why I was feeling that. And now we see why I was feeling that. But this is advice on the situation. And there's so many major arcana here, and twice we have twice like an overarching energy. And see how he's like, something's really burning there, and it seems like conquered something. But sometimes bridges need to burn. And I don't quite literally know if that is like the last stroke with this person, or if you want to give them another chance. It's totally up to you. You decide what you do, and it's your doing and it's your making. I mean, you do you, right? But maybe the energy is going to shift and change. Energy is always in flux. And yeah, I just believe that, you know, it's safe for you to love, and it's safe for you to also have like a safe space for, like, no, it's not like, okay, like now I'm totally not making sense, but it's like, what am I trying to say here? You like are a safe space to love, and you give the safe space, and you deserve the same as well. You just deserve the same energy. And once you get in tune with your own energy, you will be much more aware of that star quality, of your light you have. And you're definitely not called to shine your light upon this situation or look for higher meaning in this situation, because it feels like you came full cycle with this person. It's like full cycle. And yes, they do want a new beginning, but is that for your highest good? Is it really what you're trying to achieve here? Is that really your emotional fulfillment, like the energy they're giving off? Or you don't need to fight for every breadcrumb. You don't need to be strong in order for someone to actually see your value on a daily basis, and not like once you're gone and then act like, you know, I want you back and everything's fine now. If you want that, then, you know, it's okay if you want that. But I just feel like Spirit doesn't want that for you. So I hope this brought some sort of clarity to you, pile number one, and I hope I did this justice somehow. Oh yeah, actually what I was wanting to mention is, see, what I did not see is, well, I was seeing it, but she's a servant, and we have a servant here as well in this spa. And so this was very significant when it came to the connecting energy. So the serving part, as I was mentioning, you serving this person and them needing to be like equal give and take, and maybe a little more hesitation on your part when it comes to giving, to step into a more of a receiving mode. But you were in that mode already, so I don't see you being in the wrong for anything. Or definitely, you're sure not in the wrong for anything, right? You're not. You were on the right side. We saw that. But when it comes to your advice part, it's more like you're the main character. And are you the main character in this plot? With the star in reverse twice as advice, yeah, it's just not giving that. So pile number one, that's really all I have. I wish you the absolute best, and I hope you come to terms with this situation and find ways in which to maneuver the situation that will give you fulfillment and will make you happy and get you back to a very joyful and light-hearted place. And I would love to see that for you. And thank you for watching my content. And I hope you subscribe to my channel. It really does help a lot, and I really do appreciate it a lot. It also helps the algorithm to sort out more people that are like-minded and to bring them to our little community. And yeah, hope to see you again soon. Pile number one. Bye. Hi there, pile number two. If you chose this deck or this crystal here, then this is your reading. And I quickly wanted to mention how much I appreciate you subscribing to my channel and liking my content, because it really does help the algorithm share the content with like-minded people and grow our little community. And I am forever grateful for that. Thank you so much. So pile number two, I already pre-shuffled your cards, so you don't have to stick around for the whole shuffling process. So what are we seeing here? I'll quickly explain to you first what we're going to do. This is their energy, or I'll read it as their energy, and this is yours. And in the middle, we have the connecting energy. So mutual shared feelings for each other, their feelings for you, your feelings for them. And I'll read theirs first, then yours, and then the connecting energy. And after that, we'll get some advice from Spirit. So I'll start with theirs. For their energy, we have Death in reverse. We have the Knight of Winter in reverse, which is the Knight of Swords. We have Fortitude, which is Strength. And then we have the Goblin Market, which is the Devil in reverse. And we also have calling in your soulmate for their energy. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. And then we have Six of Emotion, which is the Six of Cups. So on their side, beautiful energy. And I also forgot to mention Mercury as their planet in these oracle cards. So I like their energy. So I believe, as in pile number one, this is quite similar to pile number one, but it's different. So they had their person wanting a new beginning as well, and you have that too. But with you is a little different. I see them actually coming forth with strength, obviously, because we have the strength card here, but there's just so much more to it. And there's actual emotion here underlying this need to come forward with this new beginning. With the Knight of Winter in reverse, that would be them holding back on communication. But actually, I see that as them to stop over-analyzing the situation. We have analyze here in Mercury, so I do believe they're still in their head about this whole situation and analyzing this. But see, I always read it as like when this comes like an energy shift. Like when the oracle card comes up like this, I'll read this as like the light part, and this is like the shadow side of the oracle card, and not quite the same as shadow, but more so as an energy you've come out of recently. So, or they've come out of, quite literally with their energy here. So they're not too much in their head about this anymore. I believe they come clear with what it is they feel towards you, and when they're in their head, they are thinking these happy memories of the past. You connect them to something they value and cherish. Could be a mutually shared past. Could also be that you remind them of their childhood or of better times in their life, where they were more connected to spirit and their creative side. And I think the latter a bit more so. And then with the Goblin Market in reverse, which is the Devil in reverse, which you also got. Let's mention that. And in the middle is Joy, the ultimate creator. So yeah, what is the Devil about? The Devil is about desire, sometimes obsessive thoughts, obsessive thinking patterns could be a thing for them in the past. But it's also like a physical aspect to it. It's got a physical aspect to it. And it could be that in the past, you two jumped into like physical activities quite fast. And them not seeing this connection for that any longer, them wanting to move this to a different stage, not this solely physical stage. And they've realized that it's not that for them, that it goes much deeper than that there's depth to the situation, and there's emotional depth to it. And they connect, they connect you with a lot of happy memories and a lot of fun, joyous activity. It could be also physical, but they just came to the realization, as you did as well, that this goes much beyond physical, and that you two really do vibe and bring out the best in each other, I feel, in a sense. We'll get to that in the connecting energy, but it's just giving good vibes, to be honest. So yeah, then we have calling in your soulmate, and they could literally see you as their soulmate. This looks pretty physical as well. I'm not sure if you can see, because this card is just a little shiny. Yeah, so I do believe they literally come to the conclusion and to terms that that is not just merely physical for them, and that they want to communicate that as well. So see, in Mercury, we have communicate, which is awesome. I mean, they analyze the situation for what it is for them, and they came to that conclusion. And yeah, I think they did need it. Like, they did need some internal reevaluation, but that's like a thing from the past we don't see at all anymore. We don't see that anymore, that energy of being way too, like with the Knight of Swords, yeah, a bit of that. But I think they may also be coming up with solutions, how to bring this to a more stable, balanced situation. And quite literally, if you two aren't talking, because we have this Knight of Swords in reverse, they are going to come forward. and communicate something to you, most definitely they will. With the death in reverse, I mean, it's pretty clear that that is what's going on. And I actually do believe, even though we have the Knight of Swords in reverse, they have a crystal clear vision on that now. Yeah, so let's get to your energy. You have the Devil in reverse as well, as I was mentioning, pretty much mirroring energy. The Ace of Cups, awesome. The Sun, yeah. The Emperor. Then you have the Empress with creativity and abundance. And then you have Release Your Ex. The time has come to clear your energy. And we'll get to that. I think you're moaning for this fresh start as well. You both are. And I also forgot the Venus energy here. We have cherish, enjoy, charm, art, and beauty are the way. So definitely I get a very creative vibe from you. You could be a content creator, or you could be in arts or something. Like, doesn't have to be, but you give off a very, very creative vibe. I mean, you literally have creativity and you have art. Yeah. And something else was making me feel as though, yeah, joy is the ultimate creator. So that really made me feel like you might be a content creator yourself, or you might be thinking about doing so. But they really spark something within you that really sparks more creativity as well. And they bring out that creative side in you and that fun side. And I would say really you do bring the best out in each other, which is beautiful. And with the Ace of Cups, actually we had that Empire one as well, but it was just different though. It was different energy though. Yeah, it was definitely different energy. We had the Sun in reverse twice in their advice section, so that's different energy. We have the Sun upright here. Don't be triggered. It wasn't bad. It's just different. Yeah, it's just such a joyous energy when it comes to them, and you, I feel as though, see them as their, like your, like literally your fulfillment. Also with the Emperor here and the Empress, like your counterpart. And the Devil again gives me the feeling that it's far beyond the physical. It's far beyond just the joy of the connection, that you cherish this. You cherish this on a much deeper level. And if there has been some trials and tribulations to the situation, then I think you as well came to cherish that person even more by not being around them, just the aspect of, oh, maybe, I mean, that's your current energy, but it's towards them. So yeah, I do believe you cherish them more, or it just has grown so much deeper for you. So you both bring each other the connecting energy. What should I say? You both really do bring each other joy. Is the ultimate creator, and that really gives me the vibe of you inspiring each other and bringing out the best in each other. And if you're this content creator, or you're this artist of whatever kind, or you work in a field where it's like you do creative work in general, then they really spark that creativity in you. They really spark that light in you. Yeah. And then we have, I find a deeper, wasn't I saying that? I wasn't even seeing that really. I find a deeper meaning and personal growth in the discomfort. Oh, I wasn't actually seeing that. Oh, yeah. And now that makes sense. The Devil does make sense, because what might have been the biggest issue in this connection is that being around one another has brought up a lot of triggers. And the way you deal with them, right, is mostly defined by how you dealt with them in the past. And that might have been extreme triggers for you as well. So you might, like with Release Your Ex, this is definitely not talking about this person. And for most of you, I don't even think this is talking about like literally you being still clinging onto an ex, or you being all about an ex because you're asking about someone else and you do have some sort of history with them. So this is more so talking about whatever's happened in the past when it comes to dating, that defines your outlook on this relationship, and you've come to terms with a lot of limiting beliefs that just had such an impact on the way you went about things. And it's like trigger responses that came out for the both of you. Like you both were triggered in this and went about things as you usually would, and had like coping mechanisms which didn't make it any easier. And that's why the devil is here in reverse, and you both came out of that. So if that wasn't pointing to the physical side, then it's definitely this card right here. And see how that's just color matching with it's like this light shade and the dark shade here with these. Yeah, love that. Love that for us. So I find a deeper meaning and personal growth and the discomfort. So yeah, I love that you both went through this and came out on the other side. I think I had a reading quite recently, maybe that was a personal reading, but where that was a thing as well. So yeah. Yeah, what else do we have for the connecting energies? We have the cosmos, creativity, again, vastness. Yeah. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, this feels like big energy for the both of you, and this feels like it goes much deeper than what you've previously experienced. And I think that's like a mutual experience. Yeah, that's the mutual shared energy. So that's a mutual experience. Like you both feel the same way about each other. And if you're curious if that person does have the same feelings as you do, yes, they do. And I'm surprised you're even really curious, because, I mean, come on. Yeah, but I do get it. Like, dating culture is a mess, and like, yeah, I do get it. So with this acceptance card, which also beautiful, you do, like, each one of you does accept where you're at in this journey, and you also accept the past for what it has been. And that's the catalyst for you to grow this connection further and grow it deeper than it is. But it's also about like personal transformation, personal acceptance. So each and every one of you did that. And yeah, you guys shifted your beliefs, what you value, and with your resources, I think that's talking about sharing those, and also sharing values and sharing beliefs. You seem to be quite similar, though I believe this person to be a little more logical, or do something that requires them to be much more in that logical state, whereas you probably have a job or a very significant hobby that is just super creative, and they might also be doing some creative work, but you've really gotten them more into being more creative, and also creative with their communication. But yeah, that's really what they cherish about you as well, because that creativity sparks something in them as well. And that's adding to these beautiful memories you guys share. I'm trying to really tap into that emotion. Belonging comes up. Yeah, and that makes sense with the resources. Share your resources. It's funny you got second house, like you chose pile number 2. What else do we have? Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let's get to the advice section, pile number 2. I love this so far. So pile number 2 for advice, we have the Star upright, we have the 3 of Wands upright, we have the Hermit in reverse, and we have the 4 of Cups in reverse, as well as the 3 of Pentacles upright. And then we have the King of Wands upright, the King of Swords upright, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse, and we have the, yeah, what is that? Death in reverse. Yeah, new beginning to the situation. Wow, I love this energy for you. Pile number 2 as advice. What are we seeing here? I mean, come on. Yeah, so all of this love and all of this joy that this person is giving you, you're supposed to channel that through you and put that into work when it comes to your creative side, your arts, whatever you do. See how this man is drawing this woman. So you're supposed to really channel this into your work, into your creative outlet you have, and yeah, share that with the world. I mean, that's really encouraged here, to share that, because it's something that everyone needs to see, everyone needs to know. Yeah, literally be vocal and thoughtful about it. But yeah, bring it to light, definitely. With a stars, yeah, that's the stars. What is the stars in this deck? Actually, never. Yeah, that's the normal star. The stars. Okay. That's the star. Why was I thinking about this for a second? Yeah, okay. So wow, that's unusual. I think you both do have that quality to you, and you also bring that out in them, and see how much joy they're having. And I cannot help but feel like this looks like Damien from Perfect Mesh. Sorry, but like I watched this and yeah, I want to unwatch it. But yeah, see how much fun they're having. Never mentioned that, so I'll forget about it again. Yeah, just so much joy, and we saw that there's so much joy. Indulge in that. Come out of your little shell. With this Hermit in reverse, I see you are having a good time on your own by yourself. Wholesome, love that for you. Slay. But come out of that. It's Spirit's encouraging you to come out and play. 3 is, I do say that a lot, 3 is a crowd. 3 is a party. With 3 of Pentacles, this is the collaboration card. So you might actually collaborate with them in a sense. If not, this is definitely encouraging you to bring the energy you channel that they're giving you, in a sense, or this connection is giving you, or the feelings you get from that, to channel that into your work, whatever you do. With the Knight of Pentacles, you're asked to bring stability to the situation and be in that state very maturely, and also to, which is funny, you know what, pile number 1 had the Knight of Pentacles in their advice section as well, but the star was in reverse and I was wrong about the sunbeam. Or was I? Yeah, I have no idea. But the depiction was just so different, and this is a very much close to the original depiction type of King of Wands. So yeah, very stable, relaxed, reliable. So it's calling for you to be reliable and be expensive towards this connection. Like, come out of that shell. Like, we have literally 3 cards. Actually, I do believe the star is talking about enjoying like fun times together as well. So let's say we have all of that. But this is talking about expansion and like putting yourself out there. And this is talking about not being in a hermit mode, literally. Like, it's not time to isolate yourself no longer. And also, actually, if you guys haven't physically done anything because you weren't on good terms, this could also be talking about that with, yeah, I'm not going to get into that, but you know, she's just literally, yeah, whatever. So with the 4 of Cups in reverse, yeah, that's the same energy. So Spirit handing you this cup, this shot at love, if you will, and you're sleeping on it. Pile number 2, why are you sleeping on this? Wake up. It's time to smell the flowers. Yeah. Follow this new path, this new beginning. I do believe literally with this person. And with the Knight of Wands here, actually this is making me feel like there doesn't need to be actual movement in terms of you literally contacting this person or hitting them up, though this is giving me mixed signals. We could get a clarifier on that one. Yeah, let's get a clarifier on that one, shall we? So why is the, sometimes I get clarifiers on stuff and then I'm like, should have just looked twice, right? Sometimes I look closer into the energy and I'm like, okay, I could have seen that. Like, I didn't pile 1. Oh my goodness, I think you got the Lovers. What is that clarifying? I was like, I think this is spirit saying, like, get it over with. Pile number 2 got the message. But is that the Lovers? Because sometimes, they depict something, these cards depict something, and then it's actually not that. I cannot help but not, like, I do not remember the numbers of the Major Arcana. Shame on me. Yeah, let's figure that one out. And if you know pile number 2, be kind. Please be kind. There's probably number 2s out there where, like, that's so obvious. Yeah, that's the Lovers. Nice. Why don't they write that on the card though? So we all know. I mean, it's literally the Lovers. Yes, we can see that, but sometimes they're tricky. They trick you with that, and then, you can't take it back. So yeah, that's the Lovers. I don't know why that. Maybe, because that person, no, that doesn't clarify the Knight of Wands in reverse for me one bit. It just clarifies the whole advice section for me. Yeah. Yeah, because let me think about this. I think this is talking about you not needing to actually go the distance here. No, that's you shall be expensive, but this is talking about maybe them coming. Yeah, that's talking about them coming forward. Why am I not seeing that? Why am I not seeing that today? I don't know what it is with me. I'm not gonna. Okay, so if you bear with me here, then thank you and hi. So see how this person is bringing the letters whilst she is all in her comfy space. And she just gotten out of the shower, obviously. See this, like all this. Yeah, okay. So yes, you do need to move into their direction mentally and be stable towards them and be receptive of them. That's actually in the cards. So receptive, they're going to come forward. Didn't we see that? Yeah, we saw communication. Wow. Please don't blame me. I do not know what it is today with me. But it's like spirit's like screaming at me, and I'm like, what is it? What did you say? Okay. I'm pretty slow today. Yeah. So you're called to just be receptive of them. You don't have to actually, like, they'll get the ball rolling on this one, but spirit just wanted, because they were like, yeah, let's not try. So he just handed me the Lovers. And this is like literally the Lovers here. Like, what is there to ask pile 2 at this point? And I think you got the picture here. Yeah, and I literally didn't even get the picture, but yeah, let's just forget about that. And yeah, so pile number 2, I'm super happy for you. If you sticked around to this, then thank you again if you are subscribed to my channel, and if not, I would highly appreciate it. And if you also did give this video a thumbs up, it really helps to connect the channel to more like-minded people and grow our little community. And I would really want to see this connection flourish, because I do believe it would really benefit the both of you. And until next time, bye. So hi there, pile number 3, if you chose this deck or this crystal here, then this is your reading. And I quickly wanted to mention how much I appreciate you subscribing to my channel and liking my content, because it really does help the algorithm connect the content to like-minded people and grow our little community. And I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. So pile number 3, I already pre-shuffled your cards, so you don't have to stick around for the whole shuffling process. And I'll quickly explain to you what we're going to do. So on this side, we have their energy, and on that side, on the right side, we have your energy. And in the middle is the connecting energies, how you feel about each other, like mutually, like the connecting feelings. And then like your feelings towards them, their feelings towards you. But that could be flip-flopped, so it doesn't have to be like this side being them and this side being you. So take whatever resonates. If this side feels like you and that side feels more like them, then you might need to just, yeah, take it differently than I'm saying it. But I'm going to refer to this side as their energy and that side as yours to make it a little easier on me. And after this, we're going to get some advice. And yeah, so let's start. What are we seeing here? Pile number 3, we have the Hermit upright, we have the Two of Pentacles, we have the Two of Wands, and we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have Capricorn. For their feelings and energy towards you, your goals, the day-to-day reality of use the most business-like way. And then we have engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. And then we have forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moment. Actually, let's get it clarified on this engagement, because I do not have that tucked into the whole reading. Please clarify the engagement for us, Spirit. Please clarify the engagement for us when it comes to pile number 3's feelings, person's feelings. Okay. We have the Nine of Pentacles in reverse and the Four of Wands. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. Yeah. How many more times will I be saying okay? So they have the Four of Wands in reverse, and now you do as well. So with this card. So, and they're literally getting married in this card. So you might have called something off or were engaged to someone here, and that was someone you were literally engaged to. But right now, you're not anymore. And if that's not engagement that is talking about a commitment, previous commitment to this person. So that is a previous energy, I guess. If you're still committed, but you're not on good terms, because no, definitely I would say you're not committed. There's not any investment in this at this current stage. Yeah, but like, you're the first pile in which I really want to go like dive all over the place, but dive all over the place. Wow, pile number 3. Very tricky energy, very hard to determine what's going on here. So yeah, let's read it one by one and try to get to the bottom of this. So something has me feeling like this person's very much focused on work. Obviously use the most business-like way, and they put work over everything. It could also be that for some of you, I hope this isn't triggering or anything, and if you do not know, because if that was the case, you would know. You would absolutely know about that, because that's all in the cards, if that was the case. This person could have actually cheated on you with someone from like work, or they could have just laid their eyes on someone from work, and you somewhat being aware of that. So see how in this Two of Pentacles, and that's mostly talking about juggling a lot of responsibilities, and that being in this case work and your romantic partner. It's like she's having like one eye on the horses and one eye closed to him kissing her. Yeah, and something really did turn sour here in the past. With the Healer of Action, actually, I never really read it as the Healer of Action. I always read it as the Knight of Wands, which that is representing here. Oops. Today is the day. I mean, why does that not make any sense? Yeah, it doesn't make sense if I read it literally. And as I was saying, I usually read it as the Knight of Wands. In this case, I read it as the Healer of Action. There is a action, a decision this person made. They had more than one decisions. And if that isn't another person, and again, no trigger warning, if this was someone they were involved in, you would know. And that wouldn't be like a little like hint or something, or just you being like cautious about something. You would literally know by now if that was the case. So for some of you, this is something very different, like something they chose, like they chose work responsibilities, or they like did not do like good when it came to juggling those responsibilities, like you or their job. I think this is heavily on their mind, them wishing they could go back in time and heal this connection and heal all of the inaction. But that's just something I feel as though they're reminiscing about. And I would actually do want to get a clarifier on that one as well. But yeah, with the Hermit here being here, if you think like they're talking to someone else now, or they're still, if that was the case, which I was previously mentioning, then they're not even really on terms with that person anymore, because they're more turning inside and trying to make this a learning process for them. And there was more than one thing that led me to believe that this has been a learning process. Oh yeah, primary teacher. And here, forgiving and learning, something really, but this has been a learning experience for the both of you, but a commitment was broken in a sense. There's like called off. It really does feel like called off engagement, and them not investing in you maybe enough, not at the time. With the goals, the day-to-day reality of, I think you both had a different sense of what this commitment would look like for you. And actually someone, the divine is interfering in this a lot here. I'm not quite sure why, and I'm so curious about the advice section on this whole situation, because I'm feeling like I'm seeing this energy, but it's like so specific that I'm like, is this even people out there watching a TikTok reading on this after, like, is this happening? And yeah, I'm just going to read it as I see it. So definitely the stability is also gone from the situation, and that's a decision they made. They made that decision. They called the shots here. But they're heavily in their head about it. That was, okay. And that was why I was thinking that they're heavily in their head about this, wishing they could heal this situation, because this person is thinking about it, and I think the divine is interfering. And I'm going to say it does feel like karma's coming for them. If they did something like, it doesn't give me the bestest vibe here, with spirit wanting to be aware, them to be aware of what they did, of what they chose here. And with 2 and 2, we literally have that in the other pile as well, like 2 and 2 and 3 and 3. But we don't have that here. We have like 2 and 2 and 4 and 4. Yeah. Yeah, and a high emphasis on business related things. Very practical, this person, but in a sense of just probably overindulging in work. And I think the issues really arose in your day-to-day life, in the mundane, really like small aspects. Why I'm feeling like this is like the day-to-day life, and then day-to-day and 2 and 2, and then like that's giving like minor problems in a sense. Like the problems weren't actually as big, and somewhat I feel as though they asked for more freedom, or they asked to be, they wanted this, I believe, like they wanted this to, like you two to break it off, in a sense, or they wanted for a time being. They were wishing they had more freedom again, and it wasn't so stable, and it was more like they were more like had more time to themselves. And now I feel like them reminiscing and being like, careful what you wish for, right? Because it's actually not what they actually wanted, but now like they brought this about themselves, and they're aware of what, like the repercussions, but they haven't manifested to an extent of where they're going to be very much aware of what they've done. That's how I feel. And you guys probably lived together, shared like a home, or at least spent so much time together that they felt like family to you. They literally like, So I'm in your all in your thing, but that's like something you shared, like that's the shared energy. And that's like with the Four of Wands in reverse, you two really did have something very stable, and with the Four and the Two and Two, that's giving me more stability. So there was actually a lot of stability. And why am I like, I don't even know why I'm saying stuff in past tense, but the energy is just so complex, and so it's such a specific situation here. Yeah, they do have a lot of time to think and reminisce about a lot of things, and wish they could heal this action they took in the wrong direction, a wrong choice, like action in the wrong direction. Literally, they also juggled around this decision they made, and it was, for them, it was the wrong one, but they're not. Actually, I do want to see some clarifiers on that one. Spirit, I want you to clarify the Queen of Pentacles in reverse first. No, that's too many. We don't have all day. The Fool. Does that explain what we want to see? Actually, I would quite literally say, like, pretty foolish of them, how they treated this. They weren't ready, maybe. For the time being, they weren't ready, and they weren't taking things too serious and not investing in this whole thing as they should have. Probably for the most of you, if you're still here after I said all of this and you weren't like, this isn't aligning with my story, but you're still here, then I have like a sense now that for a lot of you, this will just be, there wasn't someone else, there was still commitment, a lot of commitment, and they just prioritized their goals, their tangible goals. They invested more in their goals and in their business endeavors and work than they did in you. Like, they did not invest in you as they should have. Well, that's pretty, like, and you called it quits maybe on them. Could also be like they told you, like, I'm not ready for this. But whatever conclusion they came to was the wrong one. But they did not yet see the repercussions of their actions. That was so specific. I wish I started with this energy, because it's not like, this is for the majority of you. That will be them just choosing not to invest in you as much as they should have, or them. That's how they see it right now. That's how they feel. That's their energy towards this. They think at the time being they weren't ready, and they weren't, they reminiscing about this as if like I was a puppy, like, yeah, but they don't, it's just, you can't take back some things. You cannot take them back, and yeah, it's just repercussions of everything, but it did not come full cycle, trust. It didn't. It's like fresh. And I wouldn't be surprised if the energy shifted on this quite frequently, because this is major energy as well. But this relationship has been extremely significant for the both of you. And so that really does make me think that you guys were trying to get married or something, or you could have actually already been married. But yeah, that's not going to be the case for most of you, because we literally have engagement, but underneath we have like, your love life is ascending to a high level of commitment. So it could just have been that they were not committing to you as a relationship, and they told you that they weren't ready for like a serious committed relationship because they still had to test the waters, or, it's like, or were focused more on work and quite literally told you that they were going to prioritize that. And they feel like they made that investment elsewhere. And yeah, they did not know how to, like, I think they do need a alone time, and I'm not sure if they saw you actually being like a great fit when it comes to that. juggling all of their responsibilities and getting like enough alone time to just think and be, they come off as someone who's quite in their head about things. See how like above the sky, it looks like a light bulb? and it just makes me feel like they're a lot in their head about things. Can you see that? And that's a far shot, I know. That's like, it's like a part of the building, but yeah. So let's go to your energy. I think you're somewhat over grieving the loss of the situation, and you did call it quits, or if they called it quits, then you're quite literally sure that that situation isn't something that you felt stable in, and they did not give you the stability you longed for. So it doesn't feel like you invested in them anymore either, or you feel like Spirit's literally giving you nudges that wasn't a thing, that wasn't something you weren't to invest in for the long run, and Spirit did not want you to invest in that any further. With you, I really get more of a sense they're coming off a little more childish, whilst you are being like, okay, if that didn't work out, then that's divine justice, and Spirit wants me to not get entangled in that no more. Like the wheel has turned on that. And sorry, I didn't say what cards we have here. We have the Five of Cups in reverse, the Fourth Wands in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, as well as Justice upright. And we have the 12th house. And then we also have chemistry. There's a strong magnetic attraction here. Yeah, with you, it's like really clear. I love your energy. It's super clear. I love your energy. I really do love your energy. I say that quite a lot, but I really do. It's like so, your energy is so straight to the point on this. It's like, here it is. That's how I feel about it. Love that. Yeah, you thought the situation was probably not just, but the way it played out for you is divine justice. And maybe they did see some repercussions about this, or they're still like, yeah, let's get to that. But yeah, I'll get to that. So let's first look at this. Oh God. Once you see it, you cannot unsee it. This is funny. It's good. It's a good one. Spirit could have done this differently, but they chose to do it this way, and I appreciate it. So you have seeking oneness with all there is, and that is you looking for the higher meaning in this. We could have well had the High Priestess here as well. So you're seeing a higher meaning in this, but it's more tangible with the four than the High Priestess as being. With the Fourth Wands here and the Ace of Pentacles both in reverse, it's a very tangible divine justice that is playing out for you here, which you feel like you're on the right side of the situation. We had something similar today as well, but you trust that what's coming is better than what's gone. You have such a I just do love your energy, I must say. You're so tangible, yet you have such a unique flavor to you. It's like, well, that's a weird thing to say, but that's just, I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, a happy change. I think you're waiting on this, and you know, like, divine justice is playing out here, and you're waiting on this happy change, and probably has started for you in one way or another. And with the Five of Cups, yeah, I think you are not crying over spilled milk anymore. It's seeing the whole picture for you. And yeah, what I was trying to say, but lost my train of thought there, was with the philanthropy. That's in the 12th house, which you have. That is the funniest to me. It cracks me up. Really, you crack me up. Pile number 3. You got humor in this one. And I was getting that, like, before I was shuffling the cards, I was like making jokes all the time and cracking myself up for no reason. Like, no, I'm sorry, but yeah, I was like singing weird songs. Yeah, so with philanthropy, I get a sense of you feeling like you did charity to that person for having been with them. Like, that was charity work. That's pretty salty, but I'm here for it. So, and that's funny because I think it was pile number 1. We had the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. Spirit could have well shown us that, and I would have known. But this is funnier than that. It's just, yeah. Moving on. Spirit really does have your back. They do. If you're worried about that, don't be, but I see you not being worried about that. It's just probably just confirmation for you to just feel some type of ease, because it still is a weird situation. But chemistry, there could be for some of you that you are still somewhat attracted to them, or still sometimes feel the spark, or feel like there was something and you're reminded of what just connected you to that person. And I'm so, like, I cannot wait for us to get to the advice section, because I just cannot wait to see what Spirit has to say about this. Because actually we are just seeing what you say about this, and they do, but yeah, I cannot wait for Spirit to tell us their take on this one. And your advice. So yeah, let's get to the mutual shared energy so we can get to the advice, which I cannot wait for. I'm super invested. You guys aren't any longer, but I seem to be. So the web weaver, synchronicity, divine intelligence, cause and effect. So for you, this is, again, you're on the right side of history here. You're on the right side of this connection, or you're on the right side of justice playing out. And so for you, this is synchronicity and it's divine intelligence. And for you, this is teaching you that. And for them, it's cause and effect. And they will be also synchronized, but to cause and effect. That's so funny, because we have that like all over the place. There is a teacher, the forgiving and learning, the fool, the cause and effect. There was the healer of action. Everything's just hinting to them making a huge mistake and learning about, you get what you ask for. And this is not giving me, I get goosebumps tapping into what's coming here. I really do get goosebumps. I don't feel as though this has played out the way it's going to play out. Yeah, but Ooh. And then the chess queen, trust and strategizing. So for that being the mutually shared energy, we did not have that with the other piles, because I also feel like from all of the piles, you are the farthest removed from each other. When it comes to seeing eye to eye, or like really, like this is like you're broken off. With this chess queen, yeah, for you it's trust. And I feel as though for them it was always strategize. And your strategy is trusting that it will play out for the better, that luck is on your side. That's the Moonology card, but with this Wheel of Fortune and a happy change, that's just giving me like luck is on your side, and everything's giving luck is on your side. So heads up, pile number 3. I just like your energy to this. Who are you, pile number 3, and can you teach me your ways? So yeah, teacher, that's the next card. When I accept the love of the universe as my primary teacher, I will always be guided back to the light. Maybe there is a chance for you to get back together. Obviously does depend on if you were to take them back, and also does depend on the severity of things. And you have free will, pile number 3. You do what you want, but doesn't look like you actually want that. Feel as though you're moreover trying to see that divine justice is going to play out. But if if I'm reading the energy right here, then that's your energy, that's your pile, that's actually your pile, then yeah. So as you did in the past, yeah, your home base or your family, do what makes you feel secure. So yeah, you guys really did give each other security in the past. This is the shadow side of the fourth house. Oh, that's the fourth ones in reverse. Wow, that's super clear that something's really broken off here. It's like very much all over the place. Like everyone, like for you it's broken off. For them, they know they messed up, and it's definitely them messing up. You know, it's always like two sides of the coin and all of that. And you have literally have like coins here all over the place, but like they messed up. Yeah, and that was like you shared like this home base or family in the past. In the past you did, as you did in the past. That's still something that's connecting you, an energy that's connecting you. I would say memories. And for acceptance to be here, there's an acceptance from both sides, because for both sides, everyone's aware of what went down. Yeah, I'm being salty about it. And Spirit's like acceptance. I'm so curious to see what's going to be in the advice section. We're about to see. So acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. So yeah, I mean, I'm not going to read this as advice. I do see that you came to terms with that. You feel like it's done with, in a sense. And keep your involvement hidden. I forgot about that one. See, like, use the most business-like way. I think you're trying to hide what's going on with you right now from them. Like, you don't want them in your business. Literally don't want them in your business right now. And you want to remove yourself. Like, you don't get to see, like, the next stage of my life because of what you did type of energy. But not in the way I just said it. Just in a justified way. Very much justified and very balanced and, like, as you should, as you would, right? So yeah, really, actually I get really good energy from you. Get like going through something like that with someone and then being so mature about this, heads up, like a happy change is coming. Trust that, because whatever lesson you were meant to learn here, you aced that test. Like coming off something like this with that attitude, pile number 3. Wow, just wow. No words. Such a stable and grounded energy, such a realistic approach to everything, and then still being so connected to the divine and being so insightful, I want to say. Wow, just wow. Yeah, let's get to the advice section. I cannot wait. Pile number 3, I pre-shuffled your advice cards, and I'll quickly tell you what we have here. It's super exciting. It blows my mind. It really does blow my mind. It just... yeah, we have the Knight of Swords, the 2 of Wands again, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the High Priestess. Did I not see that? Did I not see that coming? Wow, I'm excited. I did something, yeah. The 7 of Cups in reverse, the Wheel of Fortune upright, and you did have the Wheel of Fortune upright before, and you did get it again. Like I put it back into the pile and it came back out, but it did not come out like right away. I really did shuffle well. And like everyone who knows me knows that I shuffle like do or die. So yeah, you have that twice. Then you have the King of Cups and you have the King of Swords. And you have the Word card. So pile number 3, what is your advice from Spirit? I'm pretty sure you already somewhat know. Like you have this deep sense of knowing, which is just unseen, unheard of. Like who's so tapped in? When I was saying you're doing everything right and it's just the way you went about it, it's just unheard of. I was right on the money with that. Look, you have the Wheel of Fortune twice. Like in your advice is trust in the divine, and that was what you were doing previously. Trust that what you got coming is good. Like that divine justice, it's, yeah, that divine justice is playing out. Like you will have your happy, fulfilled ever after. This is giving like real Disney romance type of vibe. Like really having your happy ever after. Like having someone who's thoughtful and meaningful and purposeful and witty, charming, maybe even for a few of you, but I do not want to put my foot down on that one. And he's like putting one foot down. Maybe for a select few of you, this is this person after a time coming back and having grown into that. But yeah, that's like a slight selective few of you. Why would I say that? Because we have energies going on that this energy, this Two of Wands, why did that come out? If Spirit did not want to confuse me. So for a select few of you, that was their energy, right? So, but you're called to not make a movement on that one. But I did not see that from you. That wasn't even in your energy, you wanting to make any type of move. I do think this is just a reminder of you, like what your energy is about. Maybe sometimes it's just, for me as well, like sometimes I just listen to stuff that I know to be right, but it's just nice to hear, and just nice confirmation that you're so tapped into something, like you're so connected to the divine that you're guided, and sometimes just need that little confirmation that everything's just going to turn out fine, right? So you do know that there doesn't need to be any movement in regards to you handling the situation. That divine justice will play out. And this high priestess, I mean, come on, I did explain the high priestess previously. I did explain how that matches with your Four of Wands in reverse, and what was that? The Ace of Pentacles. You knowing there's divine justice in play. You're being so connected to the to the divine that the high priestess might as well be there, and now she's there. She is there. You are majorly, yeah, as I was mentioning, if that was a test, you aced it. Whatever you did here, and I think that there is a higher meaning to this. There's actually a higher meaning to this, for like your whole purpose, and not, it's giving like even higher than that. Like if you believe in stuff like that, like having more lives and coming back to life and reliving life, then I would say like probably for all of your lives, like you've ever lived. And there has just, this is just, I've seen something a little similar before. Sometimes you ask for the higher meaning of things, and you're like, I didn't ask for this. I am righteous. Why did this come about? And then Spirit's like, yeah, you were meant to learn a lesson. And sometimes it just feels like eternity. You feel like you've wasted so much time on something, and you're like, this was just, why would you do that to me? Like waste all this precious time. I could have spent that with someone who was in tune and was like ready to commit, was ready to move things to a next level, or like be more serious about stuff and about me essentially. And then Spirit interfering and being like, yeah, that was a long time, like for you. But in terms of all of your lives, that was just a fraction. That was just like, that wasn't even, yeah, I can't come up with anything. That was very short. Today, I don't know what it is, but yeah. So that's like Spirit's heads up that you just did amazing. You did even faster than like, and I'm like, how would you just be so in tune and be like, wow, like, wow, it's just wow. Like to me, it's just, I don't even know what to say about this. It just amazes me how it's not unfazed. You're still living through this, right? But you're so in tune that it's not going to do anything negative. In fact, this is just you reaping the benefits of the way you went about this. Cut things off. Do not buy into any illusions. That's an advice here. Don't buy into illusions. If illusions are handed to you, be mindful about things that are said to you. Be mindful about things. If someone tries to gaslight you, use logic. I'm pretty sure you're quite witty in general. But yeah, no illusions. Don't let anyone bring you off this path of knowing with illusions, or don't buy into untangibles at this point in time. If someone's drawing, like in some depictions, this is like sand castles, or this is like a castle in the clouds, or like, yeah, I think in the original tarot, this is like a castle in the clouds or something. It's like, I don't know the depiction right now in the original tarot, but this is just talking about illusions to me. And this being in the reverse, don't let like anyone clutter your better, like your discernment in with any non-tangibles. And divine justice will play out, and you're on the good side of like, and this four of wands, I was going to say, this Wheel of Fortune is giving me 4 of wands. Like, you will have your happy ever after. That's why it was giving me like Disney's movie type of happy ending, a happy change, like your happy ending with someone, because this is looking to me like the 4 of wands. You will have your happy ever after with someone who's what I was describing, and very much so worthy of your time and energy. And yeah, this King of Cups, this King of Swords, doesn't quite literally have to be wearing a headpiece like this. Just, I don't know. I'm getting tired. Yeah, sorry. With this world, yeah, it's just a confirmation, I think, for you to know that what you represent is, oh, that's giving me the eternal, yeah. That's resurrection. Obviously, that's resurrection. Yeah, that's why I was saying, oh yeah, I was getting it right. Sorry, I'm acting like a little child today, but it's like when you're like in preschool and you get something right, and with spirits, like you get these messages handed, and like I get so excited about seeing things and knowing that like I'm right with things, because I try so hard to get the energies right, because I feel as though when you read for the collective, then that's your responsibility to do so. So I get super excited when I'm like seeing things that's like untold, literally. So that was right what I was saying, that you sometimes, just sometimes, like you're very much in tune. But sometimes you're like, wow, it's like really like that long, you know, it's all good. Like I know there's a higher purpose to everything and all, and I know I'm aligned. I know as long as I'm with spirit, I'll be fine and all. But like sometimes it's just coming through that you're like, why did this take so long, or why just such a waste of my time and energy, right? Of what was previously going on, and then spirit being like, yeah, but in terms of all of your lifetimes, you just went about it like you just completed a car race in like 5 rounds before everyone else finished. So this is unheard of. We've never seen anything like it. Your car doesn't even go that fast. Like, you're still human, are you? Pile number 3, you're still a human watching, right? So is she faced by the situation? I doubt it. Yeah. So you will have your happy ever after. Might be with this person, but we like, oh, no movement from there. Probably not. For most of you, this is not. This is going to be someone who's actually worthy. And I think for the majority of you, you're so fed up with this person and whatever they did. There is like multiple possibilities for what they did, and that's not going to be the same for everyone watching. Remember, this is the collective we're channeling. So yeah. There's going to be someone who's actually worthy of your time, energy, of your universe, your world, and share this lifetime with you. And that's going to happen. And that's lucky man or lucky woman, whoever this is, lucky them. So yeah, you're also called for stability and called to give it another shot with someone and be open to that. And why did I say you're called for stability? Because I misread the King of Swords as the King of Wands, because this looks so weird. But yeah, no, that wasn't, you're not called for stability. I'm sorry. Now I had to take it back. I was saying that in the other pie. I was like, if you say something, you can't take it back. Now I have to take it back. So you're called to be witty and like the Knight of Swords, actually like a little like the Knight of Swords, but just more of a ruler, more of a my way or the highway type of energy, with like things that just try to be manipulative and try to get you off your path of knowing what's right. And you're so connected that you probably have some decisions to make with this situation as well. Like, do you take them back? And that's going to be different for all of you, but for the majority of people, I think you are moving on with someone who's worthy. Maybe that person is actually going to transform themselves, that they're just, as I was mentioning that this is a pile where the energies will shift pretty quick. Like, the energies feel super shifty with them. Like, so there might be like a slight fraction of you that have someone, or that are asking about someone that will be able to transform into this. But when they do, you'll know. Like, it will be so obvious that you, as the high priestess, like someone who's tapped into everything they need to be in alignment with, which is like oneness. And wow, that was talking about oneness for you, wasn't it? And this is talking about oneness. Like, you really come full cycle. Pile number 3. You're so impressive to me, and I wish you the very, very best, because you deserve nothing less. And I'm just honored to read this energy. I'm honored to have someone like you here. Yeah, you're inspiring. You're a very inspiring person, very much in tune. And yeah, obviously you're here, but yeah. But yeah, there's like no movement from your part, like really just a decision probably you need to make. We could get a clarifier on that. I took so long on your reading, the longest, because that was just so intriguing. Yeah, and it wasn't so clear. It was just super tricky. Some parts, let's clarify the 2 of Wands. Please, Spirit, clarify the 2 of Wands. Yeah, that's too many. Too many. Just too many cards. So many cards. Just one card. Just one, please. Nope. Okay, we got one. Temperance in reverse. Yeah, do not settle for anything less than you deserve. And this decision you have to make, Spirit saying, base that primarily on what will bring you everything you asked for in this, when it comes to your emotional fulfillment. Do not settle for any like promises, anyone like, yeah, just giving you like illusions. Like only settle on the decision that will bring you absolute abundance when it comes to what you ask for, because you deserve nothing less. As I was mentioning, like you deserve it all. Pile number 3, and remind yourself of that. Whenever you need to make a decision in terms of your love life, then please remind yourself that you deserve someone who shows up for you and who's giving the way you need to receive. And what else was I seeing with the Temperance? I was seeing something right off the bat, and then did not go for that explanation, and because the other wasn't as obvious, and then now I lost it. No, please, that was important. That was so important. Oh my, oh, yeah, fuck. No, it's not, it's gone. I want that information back. Yeah, also, that's a new information. That's not what I just lost. See, you went through that lesson of someone choosing something else over you, in a sense. Now you choose someone who will never do that. Like, you choosing the higher road for you. Like someone who doesn't make you feel like it's a juggle, like you can only get so much from them, or because there's just not the time in the day, there's just not the, whatever excuses they were coming off with. That's a no for you, pile number 2, I feel. But you, like, again, like you make your choices. you know what's best for you, and you do know what's best for you. I'm pretty sure that's just a depiction of you, and you're very much tapped in. That's just a reminder from spirit. That's not really advice when it comes to you being the high priestess. But you deserve the world. That's something that spirit's saying, and you deserve this happy ever after, and you shall have it once. Like, you have to decide upon that, though. You really have to decide upon that, though. Yeah, that's all I have, I think, because I lost it. I completely did. It's gone. Yeah, sad. But thank you for letting me read your energy, pile number 3. It was such a blast. I did enjoy it. I did enjoy every bit of it. And yeah, I hope you come back for more and you subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it, because it really does help a lot, and it will, yeah, help the algorithm share this content with like-minded people and grow our little community. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye, number 3s. Hi there, pile 4. If you chose this deck or this crystal, then this is your reading. And I quickly wanted to mention how much I appreciate you liking this content and subscribing to the channel, because it really does help the algorithm connect the content to like-minded people and grow our little community. It supports the channel greatly, and I do appreciate that a lot. So pile number 4, I already pre-shuffled your cards, so you don't have to stick around for the whole shuffling process. And I wouldn't be surprised if you were here from pile number 3, because this is screaming pile number 3. We have a lot of cards that are syncing and matching that energy. And yeah, I really wouldn't be surprised, but it's still different. There's still different aspects to it. So I'll explain what we're going to do in this reading first, and then we'll get to it. I'll first read their energy as like their feelings for you. Then I will get to your energy here on the right as to your feelings for them. And then this middle part here is signifying the mutual shared feelings and the, yeah, connecting energy. And after that, we're going to look into some advice and then wrap it up with that. So let's get started on their energy. For their energy, we have the 2 of fire, which is the 2 of wands in reverse, the page of earth, which is the page of pentacles upright. Then we have the 4 of air, which is the 4 of swords in reverse. And then we have the queen of earth, which is the queen of pentacles in reverse. And we have heart-to-heart conversation. Honestly discuss your feelings with each other. Then we have the 2 of abundance. Life may be feeling a little out of balance right now. You could be working multiple jobs or trying to make a change to your dream career. It's important to keep things light and stay in touch with your inner child. Make your work as playful as possible. Multitasking with a positive attitude brings success. And we have for them Virgo, serving of others, the details of do what you must do. So why am I saying this is like pile number 3? Because it's essentially is like pile number 3. We get more of an insight of this person's actual thought process behind it, and it does make me sympathize with them more, way more. But we have the same energy essentially. Yeah, do I really? Let's get to it. I don't want to make hasty decisions, and I'm not here to make any decisions. I'm just here to read the energy, not judge on anything. So with the 2 of pentacles and the queen of earth in reverse, that's the exact same energy we had for pile number 1. Both cards exactly the same, just different decks. And then we also had the 2 of wands, but just that one just came up right. And we did have that card as well, exactly in the same position, but we did have other energy as well. But we did have a full yeah, not today. We did have a 4 as well, but not the 4 of air, but the 4 of wands, also in reverse. And yeah, it's just the energy is almost the same. So someone's seeing this as not investing in this situation as much, because they're holding different priorities. They're not, but this person's also very much not in tune with self and in tune with like their connection to anything right now, because they're so overly focused on earning, like on earning the paycheck or like getting there, being in the process of their pursuit of material things in life. Or it's not even just material things, it's gaining a position in life, or gaining a rank that will ensure them of an income, a specific income. So that's their main priority, their main focus. And again, the page energy just reminds me of the of pile number 3. You might as well watch that. But that was more specific. That was like someone, they're really broken off. I'm not sure if all of you are at that stage, so it makes sense for us to go back and not be and I also, what I don't see here is them prioritize. Yeah, so that makes sense. Does make sense that this is a different pipe. So yeah, let's not get into that. My mind is working weird ways today. Yeah, so this says studious, prepared, cheerful. That's their main focus. Their main agenda is on getting ahead in life when it comes to their financial assets, and building something for them, and being very much in starter mode when it comes to that. It's just reminding me of someone who's starting a business or starting a company, or just getting their first foot in to the door somewhere and needing to prove themselves, and them being extra hard on themselves, and to a point where they're not in alignment with anything that could just connect them to something more, like something more meaningful, something deeper, or be in tune with their own, actually with their emotions, but also talking about just personal thoughts, or just things that are more important maybe than, getting paid. Because this boy is literally having like this peace sign. It's like peace in life, or just peace of mind, you could call it. This meditation, recuperation, contemplation. They're also not really, they're not giving it a second thought, not wanting to make a decision on this, just not focusing on that too much, not investing on this connection, not being aligned. It's like just not choosing that because they feel the need to choose something else, or they're in their head about maybe, having this heart-to-heart conversation. But with that, I feel as though they would ask you, like, where do your priorities lie? Because my priorities, I'm juggling, I'm trying to get things like equally and balanced, and really have like my work life in alignment with anything else. But are they taking the right steps towards that? Are they planning anything? Is there process? And Spirit saying almost like, no, we're looking at their energy, but yeah, Spirit's like interfering with this a little. And that definitely, this page is like in the pursuit for something. It's like the least evolved. And that doesn't mean like they're not good, like not well off, but they just have to there's still a long way to go here. And it's giving off a little immature vibes, not gonna lie. Isn't tied to their actual age. It's just in a sense of, we don't see any emotional maturity here. And with this heart-to-heart conversation, what I was just mentioning was that they're gonna tell you about this if there was this heart-to-heart conversation. And the way it's depicted is giving that she is trying to bring something up, and he's looking the other way, right? So that's like not planning. That's also giving this not wanting to go inside, 4 of swords in reverse, the 2 of fire and 2 of wands in reverse, like not doing what's necessary here. Yeah, in order to align. Yeah, so This is Virgo energy, but actually in the shadow form. When there's the red, I read it as the shadow form. This person also in the past has always been an overachiever. This person's like a real overachiever. Yeah, still very much in the details, like in the fine print. I'm getting whatever they're doing for work, like they're up with their head in the fine print, whilst they should be probably somewhere else with their head sometimes, just not where they're at, not much connected to anything but the details to work, I guess. And somewhat, no, that's not a connecting energy, actually. I'm getting real tired. Like, wow, the serving of others. You know, actually, I get like a real shadow sense of this. Like, they're in their head, they're like, I'm doing this for the collective. I'm doing this to better not only my life, but so many lives. And while that is probably true, and I do not know and do not see what they do for work, because that's going to be different for everyone watching, but just, you know, there's still more to life than that. And you still have to treat people with the kindness and respect they deserve, especially your partner. And yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say it. I was thinking something. It's not nice. I'm not going to do it. The details of, yeah, that's what I was saying with the fine print, and do what you must do. So they think it's a must. There's no way around this. This is so important. This is like, it's obvious that that is the priority. And I think that's when they communicate to you, that's what they communicate. Like, they have no choice. There isn't, yeah, they have no choice, literally have no choice. That's what they're saying. Like, they have no choice. And how could you, why would you think that they do have a choice? They don't. Like, that's what they would say. That's how they would go about it. Like, obviously it's work and everything. Nothing is more important than work. And I just know a lot of people who are like that. And that's why it's like getting me like extra salty about this, because like I've been on the receiving end of this energy before. So I know what it's like. I'm not very fond of something like that anymore. So you don't seem to be either. So let's get to that. Let's get to your energy. Yes. So we actually have something we had in the advice section for, did we? Yeah, I'm not going to go there. Just going to read the energy. So the way you go about this is like, you also don't want to invest, but this isn't your mentality of not wanting to invest in this situation is not as lack mentality as we have here when it comes to this situation and this, like, you know what you have to offer. You're just keeping your assets close to you, and you're not I don't see you thinking this was still a choice for you. With a new partner, he has the connecting energy, and then you keeping things to yourself and putting your money where your mouth is, sort of type of energy, and just keeping to yourself and securing the bag. And like, you're also securing the bag, but you already you got it, right? You're not in this weird pursuit. You're more realistic about the whole situation. And this is actually really, it's giving pile number 3 also. With this inner strength being here, that's the strength card. And I did not say what we got going on. We have the 4 of Pentacles upright, the 2 of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Wands in reverse, the King of Cups in reverse. We have strength upright. Inner strength, yeah. And free yourself. It's time to take back control of your life, and the maturity that brings caution regarding limits imposed. Saturn energy, the light attribute of Saturn, may I say, and you're like the only light in this. So again, very much like pile number 3. So yeah, you're keeping your assets together. You know your assets, and you're being strong whilst this isn't the easiest of situations. With this person, this hasn't been easy. I think you see this not as a choice no more either. And I don't see you, like with this Ace of Wands, I don't really like see you pursuing this or thinking this there is like something to pursue here any longer, and it's not fulfilling you. It's actually more so giving you this feeling of wanting to liberate yourself because you feel it's just not fulfilling, right? It's just not what you were looking for, a emotional connection, and you got someone who's not only immature in the way they're still like trying to find their way in life, but also very much emotionally immature, it seems. And that's the way you think about them, I would say. And with this new partner, I wouldn't be surprised if in a connecting energy, if both of you were like keeping their options open in a sense. You could literally have a new partner already, or they could be. Yeah, then the maturity that brings caution regarding limits imposed. So I think you had to impose limits here, or you feel like you have to impose limits because this is draining. This isn't giving you what you asked for. This isn't mutual. This isn't in alignment with your highest good, and you know that. You needing to be all up in your strength about this whole situation and being strong about something you didn't ask for, not in that way, right? You wanted love and that being reciprocated, and what you got is just immaturity, and you need to be mature in this and I think you just want someone who's equally as balanced as you are when it comes to love and to these things, and will be more compatible in a sense. Yeah, you definitely have your guards up at this point, and righteously so. But you also do feel like you really did mature in this whole process. Like this made you realize a lot of things about yourself and what you want, where you're going to put your attention and where you're going to put your efforts and what you're going to invest in. That has really the investment part here, and like keeping to yourself at this moment, because it's not something to invest in because they're not investing, and why would you then? And it's not actually, you feel like this isn't a choice. This is not even, there's no process, there's no reciprocity, there's not something tangible here. And when I focus, let's get to the connecting energy. So when I focus on my inner light, I see the world through the lens of love. That's talking about you individually focusing on what's right for you, I feel. Because see this Queen of Pentacles, that someone's like not an investment, like that's where the light is, right? Yeah, what do we see here? The spiritual dancer. And be honest with yourself. Let's read these cards. I'm trying to grasp. So, new partner, a chance meeting is no mistake. It is divinely orchestrated as a catalyst to set the wheels in motion for the fruition of your prayers. Pay careful attention to new people we send into your life. You will recognize them by your sense of familiarity, comfort, and safety. While this does sound like pile number 3 in the advice section, I was talking about them recognizing the right person because it's going to just be obvious, especially when you're in alignment. So I feel as though for both of you, this will be a catalyst for growth. For them, I think a little later on. For you, it was already, like, I think you know where your happiness lies now. You got a grip on what it is that you want and makes you happy now that you've seen the contrast to that. And I think this is giving us a heads up that your prayers will be rewarded and you'll receive. This is giving the Wheel of Fortune energy we had in pile number 3. We had that 3 times for pile number 3 coming out, and that was like divine justice playing out in like happy ever after in the aftermath. I'm not going to say that word. I never get it right, so yeah, I did say it, but just forget I did. So we have be honest with yourself, look into your heart, and you will know the truth of this situation. It's safe to admit the truth to yourself, for we will support and guide you through any necessary changes. Lean upon us for courage and the strength to take good care of yourself. Focus only upon your true desire, and they'll come to you upon angel's wings. Sorry for messy reading. I'm just not having my glasses on, and this is a really dark card. Yeah, sometimes I refuse, but why am I sharing so much today? Yeah, anyhow, you know, there was strength, and like this is divinely orchestrated, and pile number 3 was so tapped in to that knowing that everything's going to be all right. And this song's coming up in my head. I'm not going to sing it, but everything's going to be all right. Yeah, that one. I think you really have to be honest with yourself about the situation. Is this still giving you stability, or the stability you hoped it could offer you? And I'm so intrigued how this whole advice section is going to turn out, because it was specific in pile number 3, and this seems so much like pile number 3. This seems like almost pile number 3 to the T, only that we do not have this third party situation for some involved. That was different, but other than that, pretty much the same to the T. But different cards, although, like different cards, but still Spirit's asking you, you know what's going on, like, you know, and both of you have this inner knowing, because they're not investing in this and you're not investing in this anymore. Like, they're gonna have their fair share. Don't be afraid that things aren't seen and that your prayers aren't heard. That's just not going to happen. You are seen and heard entirely by who's actually important in your life, and by the divine, especially. Fear not, pile number 4, that everything's going to turn out right in this situation, though it seems messy. And the strength that is required, yeah, unheard of. I mean, in pile number 3, I was just shocked about the situation being so it just wasn't a good situation, and this isn't like the best of situations. Especially in pile number 3, we had more of, like, if you were engaged to this person, I would highly encourage you to watch pile number 3. Or if you were in a serious committed relationship and you two broke things off, please watch pile number 3, because that will then be your pile as well. If that somewhat resonates, then that's also your pile. Because that was even more, I was so shocked and surprised about the way the person who was asking, like pile number 3, was just handling the situation, was just beyond me, because it was just so tapped into the divine and their guidance, that they were almost unbothered and unfazed by all of the repercussions of this whole situation that they did not bring about. And it seems the same with you as well. Like, I feel as though you're the one here who had their heart on their sleeves and had a different motive when it comes to this, like a very serious motive, and you put a lot of trust and faith that this was going to be giving you more stability than it did in the long run. We see that here with the 4th house in the shadow side, that in the past this felt like home to you, and this felt like, in the sense, you could have lived with this person actually, but in this reading, I get more of a sense that this person was more feeling like home, or did already feel like family to you. You shared, like, it's just the flames don't matter. Like, there's, like, I have a candle lit in the background, and it's making weird noises. Yeah. So again, it did. Do what makes you. Wow. Oh my God, that just gave me the creeps. I'm not sure if you heard that. The candle did something very awkward. Oh my God, I have the shivers. Why do I freak myself out like that? Yeah, okay. Where were we? today is just one of those days. You deserve security, definitely do. And in the past, I feel as though you felt like this person was your security, but they didn't reciprocate the energy. They did not match the energy. And in a weird sense, they do match the energy now. Like, I think, but moreover, because you started to match the energy that they went about. And then you matched the energy. So they didn't match the energy, so you had to match the energy. Now, like, those are the weird repercussions of the whole situation we're looking at. Oh, Lord. In the long run, though, this is going to pay off. In the long run, this is going to be a big payoff, and it's going to make sense in the long run, because we have this perception, spiritual dancer. You only see a fraction of what's going on right now, because as humans, and that was pile number 3, that was oneness. They were called to look upon it as oneness, or that was their take on that. Like, pile number 3 had a very similar situation and had such a divine take on that. Maybe just look at pile number 3. But yeah, they had, like, sorry for like this word fumbling around whatever I'm doing here, but yeah, it's pretty messy, to be honest, and it's pretty tricky energy to read. With the spiritual dance, I get a sense of this being like, in the bigger picture, this is just a tiny fraction of what's happening, and it's gonna pay out in the long run for you, definitely will. And right now I'm more concerned about you as I am than I am about this person, because yeah, why should I care if they don't truly care, right? Yeah. Yeah, is there anything else we need to touch upon? I think that's about it. I'm so curious about your advice section. Let's get to the advice section. So pile number 4, I already pre-shuffled your advice card, so let's look into what we got here. We have the Wheel of Fortune upright, as well as the 4 of Swords in reverse, and then we have the 7 of Fire in reverse, which is the 4 of Wands in reverse, and then we have the Dreamer upright, and we also have the 5 of Wands and the Justice in reverse card, and the World card in reverse, and then the 6 of Wands in reverse, and also movement with 36. So yeah, this is definitely reminding me of pile number 3 and also their advice section, but yours is, it's slightly different, it is, and it's looking at a different perspective here. Definitely with the Wheel as being the Wheel of Fortune, there's definitely luck on your side, and you're gonna continue to see that. And also, as I was seeing that in pile number 3, with their advice section, it really does feel like you come full cycle, because we have the 10 and it's reduced to 0 with the Dreamer card. And it does feel like this new beginning you have going on for you, and right now you're just called to not try to look for the higher meaning in this, and look for like there being like a different purpose to it than what it actually is, with the 4 of Swords in reverse and yeah, the Justice in reverse. I think there hasn't been justice to this. So see how she's in this card, she's like relaxing, taking her shoes off, and yeah, weird depiction of justice actually. But what this is reminding me of is like really like letting your guard down in this, not in terms of with this person, but in terms of how you deal with it by yourself, not trying to force like a meaning to that, to bring a meaning to this, and redefine what success in something like that would look like for you. Really redefine that with the 6 of Wands. That's like what motivates you in relationships, what is important to you, what qualities are you looking for, and it's sort of giving like dream and you shall receive. It's also, you know, if there's conflicts, I would say really stand your ground, but it also does feel like not a lot of justice is going to come from that, from still indulging in this whole challenge in this whole narrative in this situation with this person. It's just probably not what you're looking for. And if you were to go there, see with this World card in reverse, and that's so similar to pile number 3 as well, because like there was no light in going about it, and you have the World in reverse, and then see how she's lit and everyone else is in these gray colors. And yeah, it's just reminding me of there not being any reciprocity or real movement. So you're called to redefine where you want to go in life and what's important to you. And see how balanced she is with her movement. Like she's finding balance within what she's going about. Yeah, and there's a new beginning, there's a new movement coming in for you, but it just doesn't feel like there's real movement in what we previously saw. And so I believe that indulging in this whole past situation in any type of way would just not be of benefit for you, wouldn't benefit you in any tangible way. It just brings, it looks like chaos to me, and it looks like a lot of unnecessary drama, to be honest. And that would just be a shadow aspect. Oh, that makes sense. Like it would bring shadow to your light of like all of the luck that you got coming for you, all of the beautiful changes that are about to emerge in your life. With all of that, it would just not, it wouldn't fit the whole narrative that this situation still has to offer, which is not like very pleasant feelings. Then that would just not be a good addition to what you got going on or what you're trying to achieve here. So redefine what you're trying to achieve and then look for that with people and with experiences. And there's like so much to come, so much movement in general. I think this movement card, though this is the self-care deck, and it's talking about something you are called to do in order to maybe realign. So movement, literal movement for you could be important, like physical activity, working out, doing whatever like you like to do for physical fitness. But in terms of like your life, I see this as like there being so much movement incoming, and your dreams being fulfilled. But when you focus on something that is just not serving, that's bringing drama, what you will see is an additional drama to the whole situation, to your narrative. And you control what's best for you, and you control what you want to indulge in and what you leave out of your life and don't want to see in your life play out. And if someone's just bringing constant drama, and that's what this just, spirit reminding us that it might not be a good idea to have that going, to keep that coming. If someone's just not showing up the way you would want them to, or the way you have it laid out for you in your life, like what you want to experience in this life, then might just seek different horizons and like go to new places. Literally could be like you going to new places, meeting new people, finding new activities where there's like movement involved, maybe that being like groups, social groups that you just, my dog's crying right now, don't know what this is about, but maybe going to the gym, meeting new people, or taking courses. Like any type of movement would be a great addition at this point. I think that's what Spirit's pointing out, and my dog's whiny right now. So I think that's all I have for you, pile number 4. I'll leave it at that. It was a pleasure reading your energy, and it was a pleasure doing this reading. And if you like this content, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave a like. It really does help, and I greatly appreciate it because it does connect the content with more like-minded people. The algorithm does connect this content if you engage with it. So yeah, really greatly appreciate it. And I wanted to thank you so much for doing so. Thank you for letting me do this reading and sticking with me. And yeah, I hope to see you again soon. Bye.